Hey, what's up, y'all? Y'all know my slogan. I don't know it all, but I know what I've been through. Now, before we get into this video, please make sure you head on down to Instagram and follow us on our official Instagram page at Hookah Anonymous _. Alright, we're able to be a little more explicit, a little more uncensored, and share content freely without running the risk of having our channel terminated. So once again, make sure you head on down to Instagram and follow us on our official Instagram page at Hookah Anonymous _. All right, now let's get into what you guys came here to see. Now, it seems like Tory Lanez scored another W in court today after things continue to look good for him in this case between him and Meg Thee Stallion, where she's alleging Tory Lanez shot her. Now, aside from all the conflicting stories that we heard between Meg, prosecutors, and Kelsey pleading the fifth, today we learned that a DNA expert agreed with LAPD that DNA on the gun is inconclusive as to Tory Lanez. Now, the word inconclusive, usually means that his DNA isn't on it, or the DNA found don't add up to the gun being shot by Tory Lanez and in fact was fired by somebody else. But get this. The DNA expert says that there is a woman's DNA that was present in regards to the weapon, but they haven't named anybody that it actually is conclusive with. Now, pay attention to the word inconclusive, because that word was chosen to me for a reason. To be technical, it doesn't mean that Tory Lanez is totally off the hook, because inconclusive means that it can't be concluded that it was his DNA on the gun, but it can be concluded that it was too. Get it? Alright, so in a nutshell, they're saying that they can't say yes about his DNA being on the gun, but they can't say no at the same time, if that makes sense. So it's inconclusive. If you don't know what that means, just look the word up, or whatever the case may be. But I swear, y'all, this has to be the most confusing case I've seen ever. This is the closest we'll probably ever get to a Netflix series looking like reality. I personally feel that they're purposely prolonging this case for whatever reason. It's like they're telling us that Tory Lanez isn't our guy that we're looking for as a suspect, but at the same time, they're not letting them go. It's like they're not saying, certain things that they should be saying, because it's clear as day that something is going on and it has nothing to do with Tory. They're trying to keep Tory and Kelsey in the hot seat together. That's how I feel. Without like dismissing either individual. It's like they're keeping them neck and neck. So they're not telling you that it's not Tory, but they aren't telling you that it is neither. You see what I'm saying? So they're not telling you that it isn't Kelsey, but they aren't telling you that it is neither. But however, their stories doesn't make sense. Kelsey's story don't make sense. From the gate, Meg's story was different from her own defenses team story. Then Kelsey over there pleading the fifth and being granted immunity and confirming that Meg lied about her story. But yet they keep dragging it and have us focusing on Tory Lanez and whatever. Another thing that I want to know about, right? Why isn't nobody talking about the medical report from the shooting when Meg was admitted into the hospital the first time? Why isn't she being held accountable for those statements? And why is she able or allowed to make all these other accusations when it's been proven that she already lied? In the court of law, usually when you lie once to police, they assume that you continue to lie about everything else. So what makes her different? And if I'm not mistaken, isn't that like perjury? Now, let's talk about it. When Meg was admitted to the hospital back in July of 2020, the report notes that she was alert, oriented, and breathing comfortably at the time of her admission. She had a visible small wound to her posterior ankle with no active bleeding prior to a more in-depth evaluation. All right, now pay attention. No active bleeding prior to a more in-depth evaluation. Now, right then and there, that was a red flag from the beginning. If you was to get shot in your foot, blood will very much be visible, But here they are saying that it was no active bleeding. And throughout the report, they said Megan appeared to withhold information from several officials about how she sustained her injuries. She first told authorities she was walking at a party and heard a loud noise and ran away. You know, she pretty much said that she stepped on glass. She thinks she stepped on glass. That was her first story. The emergency department noted that Megan was asked repeatedly about her injuries, but she stated that she never heard a gunshot and initially did not even believe that there were bullets present. So what changed? So if she said that in her first story, why is she allowed to make other accusations? She went from saying that, now keep in mind, yes, she did say that she feared for her life because of George Floyd. Come on. Now, first she said it was at a party. That's another thing. She said it was at a party. Then she said it was when they left the party. Listen, it's so much she's allowed to tell these people. And I don't even know why it's even a trial. You know, Tory Lanez, I don't know if his defense team, they got to push a little harder or what. You know, now the report states, you know, her initial report stated that the x-ray appeared to show bullet fragments in both her ankles. Now, let me tell y'all, if she was smart, she would have stuck to the story saying that he shot at the ground and told her to dance, because at least that would make more sense as to why she has bullets fragments in her foot. But instead, she continued with the lie that she was actually shot. Meanwhile, when we seen the wound, it made no sense because it clearly wasn't no bullet wound. You know, everybody said, yo, it looked like she really was cut with something or whatever it was, just not a gunshot, a gun wound or whatever. You know, not to mention we seen her walking backwards and twerking shortly after the incident happened. Come on. But like I said earlier, if she lied to them before, what makes them think that she wouldn't do it again? Why is she allowed to make accusations when she already lied previously? But anyway, y'all jump in the comments, let me know how y'all feel. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Hit that bell so you're notified every time we drop new content. And remember, as long as you keep on watching, I'm going to keep on dropping. And I'm out.